Hello students, I'm going to help you and know how to navigate through this course by making this video. As you can see, this is our home screen for Math 1350. Right here on the home screen it tells you how to contact me. My contact preference is Canvas email. This is my Panola College email. I do get email through there. It's just easier for y'all to email me through Canvas. At the top it has a link that goes to the modules, which is how we work. You can also click modules over here on the side. I'm going back to the home page. There's also a link to the planning calendar. So this planning calendar is how I make the modules. So it's set up exactly like the modules, it's just everything on one page. I also have it color coded so you'll know what assignment is worth what part of your overall grade. So I have due date modules. The first due date is listed here. The second due date is listed here. And within that due date, here are all of the graded assignments that are in that module. There are other things in the module, but they're not graded. It's just information that helps you. Here's our contact information. I showed you that. Here's the office hours. Office hours in an online class is through Zoom. Here's the link for our Zoom office hours or conferencing or tutoring. You need to make an appointment with me through email before we can use that link. Otherwise, I don't know you're there waiting for me. So we'll make an appointment on, let's say, Tuesday at 9 a.m. So at Tuesday at 9 a.m., both of us will click this link and then we will be there. I can do tutoring. I can share a screen with you, pull up a problem, work the problem out on the screen. It's very helpful, so don't be afraid to ask for a conference. I'll be glad to conference with you and help you with any of your problems, math-wise or understanding-wise in this course. At the bottom we have exam information and links. So our very first, not really exam, it's a quiz. It's an HonorLock practice quiz. HonorLock is our proctoring system that we use at Panola College for online classes. So you know how HonorLock works before you actually take a real exam. This practice quiz is very helpful and beneficial. It gives you explanation of why you have to do something in an exam, like show your work and scan the room, put your phone behind you, all of these things. So this is our practice quiz for that. You always have to submit scratch work and you always need to show all of your work on the scratch work. So this scratch work submission assignment helps you learn how to do that. So this is a learning process right here. Here are all of our exams. We have 4 of them, and then we have a final exam. So we have 2 non-proctored exams, exam 1 and exam 4. That means you don't have to take it with HonorLock. You take it with people in the room, with however you want to. It doesn't matter. It's not proctored. And here's the scratch work submission for that. Exam 2 and exam 3 are proctored with HonorLock, which is what you practiced right here. And the final exam is proctored with HonorLock. So all of the links for everything are right here on the home page. Here's the HonorLock tab over here. You should not really have to use that for anything, but it's there. Now let's look at over here to the right. We have a to-do list. The mistake that 95% of the people make in this class is always just trying to work off of a to-do list. You need to think of the to-do list as something that you write on a piece of paper that reminds you that these things have to be done by a certain date. Yes, they are clickable links, and yes, the assignment will come up. But the problem is that if you haven't completed the thing before it, then it's going to say you're locked out. So let me Let me click. Let me just click this and see what happens. So right here, it won't let me go to it because it says I have not done these prerequisites. So that's why I have this link that says click here or click the module link on the left side of the screen to begin working, because you need to work through the modules. So you could click here or you could click here. I have everything organized in the modules in sequential order that it needs to be done. So in the first module, which has a due date of the 1st of June, it says start here. If it is black, that means I've already clicked on it or turned it in, or it doesn't have a prerequisite or something like that. So this Canvas profile picture is not an assignment. Notice it doesn't have a due date under it. It doesn't have any points. It doesn't say submit. It's just telling you about updating your Canvas profile and why we need your Canvas profile picture. Then we have the class introduction. So notice whenever I click on this next one is going to open. Right now it's gray. This is black, so I can click on this. And I can type something and post it. And then when I go to the next thing in the module, you can go to the next thing in the module at the bottom, or you can go over here. Everything is so slow today. Okay, so I did class introduction and notice the next thing open and I got a check mark over to the side. That means I did this. So now I'm able to click on this and submit this. Notice these words here. It says submitted. That means I did this assignment. I got a check mark. This is telling me I have to submit this to meet the requirement. So when I click on this, I have to take the quiz before it lets me open the next one. So you get locked out if you don't work in sequential order and do the things in the order that they're there. So I don't want you to get locked out. So make sure you're working from top to bottom through all the modules. All of this will be black with green check marks all over here once you do that whole module. And then you start the next module, which is your homework module. So I'm going to get out of the student view now, so I don't have to meet any requirements, and show you MyLab and Mastering. So here's your MyLab and Mastering registration information. This tells you how to register. You click this link and it takes you through a registration process. Now in this materials requirement quiz, it tells you about MyLab and Mastering. Right here. It says you will be required to access MyLab and Mastering for homework, quizzes, exams. If you bought an access code before the fall of 2021 for Panola College's Math 1350 and 1351, it will not work for this class. You have to buy a new one. So that means if you bought one, if you happen to have taken this class in the spring but had to drop for whatever reason and said, I'm just going to pick it up in the summer, you do not have to buy another access code. Also, if y'all are taking this course in the summer, Math 1350, and you're going to take Math 1351 in summer 2 or Math 1351 in the fall, you do not have to buy another access code. This access code that you're buying right now will work for Math 1350 and 1351, and it has a 24, if you buy it through Panola College, it has a 24-month access. If you buy it on the website, once you go through the registration, you can purchase it for an 18-month, I think, and it works too. As long as you finish the second course within that 18-month or 24-month period, you don't have to buy a second access code. There's a 14-day free trial period for MyLab and Mastering. So after the 14 days, it'll kick you out and you have to purchase it. Right here, let's look at the calculator information. This Desmos scientific calculator that you see linked here, and you also see it linked over here. Well, it's supposed to be linked over here, but it's not. I'll put it back there. Anyway, it's free. This is the calculator that's going to be available to you on exams when you get to use a calculator. So it looks like this. It's a scientific calculator. Practice using it all the time because it's hard to use if you only use it when you are taking an exam. It could mess you up. Looking at due dates, you can look at due dates lots of different ways. This tells you all about your due dates and where to find them and what is the best way to work through this course, which we already talked about was a module, and going in sequential order. The Canvas app is helpful on your phone if you don't already have that. And this is talking about K through 6 curriculum assignments. Because this class works in the summertime, it is so fast. I took these out because it's a fully loaded class anyway, and then it's just a lot in 4 weeks. So we're not doing this in the summer course. Okay. When you go to MyLab and Mastering assignments, to stay on track, if you work through, oh my gosh, work through the modules, it will give you a green check mark if you view this lecture. If you click on this link, it'll give you a green check mark over here if you click on this link. MyLab and Mastering assignments, I have to upload them into your gradebook. So I don't have that this is submitted because Canvas, this LMS system, does not know it's submitted until I put it in there. So it just says view it. Some people work through MyLab and Mastering using this, and that's fine too, but this helps you stay organized and know where you left off. You can access your homework all the way until the due date. You can go back and change things. Once you submit it, it's submitted, but you don't have to submit it. It'll save it until you're completely done working on it, and then you click the submit button. So let me go to MyLab and Mastering over here. Pretend I'm a student. Okay, so I'm opening up the student page, and what you will see whenever you click on MyLab and Mastering assignments. And this is what you're going to see. They are also in sequential order, and they have your due dates here on the side. Okay, so I got out of the MyLab and Mastering because I remembered I needed to show you on the frequently asked questions and helpful links. So if I go to frequently asked questions, every question that I've been asked, I put it on here and answer it, and some of my own that I think you need to know. So these two are about MyLab and Mastering, and they're important, and ask how can I review the MyLab and Mastering homework and quizzes and exams. So this tells you how to do that. You would click on MyLab and Mastering, click on your student gradebook, and you can review your graded assignments and even practice more. You just can't change your grade. If you didn't ever click on the assignment, then you cannot access it in review mode. And here's a video that helps with that. If you need help with a MyLab and Mastering assignment, most of them have a Help Me Solve This link on it or View an Example. Um, you can also email me if that didn't help and I can make a video for you. So this frequently asked questions page is helpful to you. I can't think of anything else that we need to look at here, so I think I'm going to stop now. And if you have any questions, please let me know and I'll be glad to help you.